Magandang araw! April Marcas po, ang inyong pretty ate sa Edtech Unit. Alam ba ninyo na may webinar o online training session ng Edtech Unit tuwing Sabado? Ang araw na ito ay nakalaan para sa ating mga mahal na kaguruan upang turuan sila ng mga bagong kaalaman at kakayahan sa paggamit ng makabagong software at applications para sa pinaka-epektibong paraan at lubos mapagpusay ang kanilang paraan ng pagtuturo. This is also a refresher session for our beloved teachers to enhance their skills in technology. Every Saturday, we will conduct webinar sessions for teachers about the use, advantages, and relevance of different blended learning software applications. Ang webinar seryeng ito ay magsisimula ng alas 9 ng umaga hanggang alas 12 ng tanghali para sa morning session. Magsisimula naman ng alauna at magtatapos ng alas 4 ng hapon ang afternoon session. You can watch us in our DepEd Edtech Unit Facebook page, Educational Technology Unit YouTube channel, DepEd Tayo, and DepEd Philippines. Kita-kits tayo tuwing Sabado!
Magandang araw! Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng DepEd Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del P. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Ayan, good afternoon po sa ating lahat. And I just want to say hi to those who are already here on our live stream ngayon. Sa mga nakakarinig po sa akin at nakikita ako ngayon, comment 1 po sa ating comment box so that I can recognize kung naririnig po ba ako at malino yung audio ko. Ayan, sige. Aljon is already typed. Bell is here, Bian is here, Shaina, John, M. So I think madami naman na sila at patuloy na nakikinig. So sa ating stream ay 141 na tayo ngayon. So for those who are staying today, our topic or the one that I'll be tutoring today is a subject that some of the students might be taking or the teachers are already teaching. So let me just share my slide. All right. Ayan. So our lesson for today, I'll be covering or tutoring on the subject under the HUMS or Humanities and the Social Sciences Senior High School, Introduction to World Religions and Belief System. So I am teacher or tutor Anna. I'll be tackling about the week 1's topic under third quarter, which is understanding the nature of religion. So before we start, I just want to remind everyone that our objective for today is at the end of the lesson, you will be able to first differentiate the concept, elements, and characteristics of belief system, worldview, religion, and spirituality. So I hope you stay with me as I discuss and further elaborate these topics. Alright? Sige. So before we start, I have here a quiz muna, religious symbol quiz. You're familiar with logo quiz, right? So I have here logos or symbols of the different world religions, and then I want you to identify whether or I want you to identify what religions do they symbolize. So analyze the following symbols and identify what religion it represents. Okay? So are you ready? Type 1 nga ulit sa ating comment box if you're already ready to answer our religious symbol quiz. Type 1, let me see. Ayan, may mga nagta-type 1 na. Alright. Sige, I think we're ready. So, let's have these symbols. So, under each symbol, may number yan. Tapos, on the comment box, you can just type what symbol does it, or what religion does the symbol represent. Okay, so we have 1 to 8 pictures here, or symbols. Each picture have its number down para explain or para masabi ninyo kung ano yung symbol yan. Okay? So, for number 1, anong symbol ito? First picture. Sige, let's try. Sa ating first symbol, religious symbol. Meron ba? Number 1, ano kaya ito? What is this? Nakita ba? Ayan. Sige, number 1, ano kaya ito? Ayan, let's see sa ating comment section. Alright, may mga nakita na ako nagsasagot. So, sabi nila, number 1 is, alright, number 1 is Christianity. Okay? So, we're talking about religions here. Number 2, anyone? Ang tamang sagot ay Christianity. Number 2, meron bang magta-try? Sumagot. Number 2 is Buddhism. Okay? So, itong symbol na ito na makita natin sa second picture, ang tawag nila dito is Dharma wheel. Okay? It symbolizes the 8, yung 8 spokes dito ng ating wheel symbolizes the 8 fold path of Buddha na mainly yun yung kino-cover ng Buddhism. Third one is Islam. Okay? So, the symbol is Islam. So, this is the crescent and the star. Okay? It symbolizes, the crescent moon symbolizes the progress na ini-aim ng mga Muslim following the Islam as their religion. And itong star naman signifies the illumination with the light of knowledge. So, yun yung symbolism nun. Yes, may mga nakatamang sagot. Number 3 is Islam. Tama yun. Number 4, we have Shintoism. Okay? Yan, si Alexandra ay nakatama for Shintoism. So, ang symbol naman na ito, ang tawag natin sa symbol na ito is the Torii Gate. Okay? So, it is the entrance to the Shinto shrines. Yan, sa Japan mainly, ito yung religion nila. So, this is the boundary. Before you enter the shrine, ito yung boundary na makikita ninyo because once you enter the shrine, it's considered as pure. So, you have to remain pure as well before you enter the shrine. Okay? And then the fifth one is yan, Taoism. Tama si Aljon and Alexandra as well and Maria. Taoism or Taoism, whatever kung ano man yung pagkakabanggit nyo doon, it's the same. Taoism or Taoism. Okay? So this symbol naman is the yin and the yang of Taoism. It symbolizes or signifies the balance of two opposing sides. Diba? We have black here, we have white here, and within those circles or semicircles, ay meron pa ring white and then black. So, balance siya whether of the good or the bad, the feminine or the masculine, the night or the day. Okay? And then, our sixth picture is, right, correct, si Shania. That's Hinduism. And Geraldine as well. Okay? So, Hinduism, this symbol naman is actually Sanskrit letter. Symbolism of 3 Sanskrit letter, which is the A-U-N-M. So it reads or it must sound as or At yung sound na yon kapag pinagsama yung tatlong symbols na yon ng Sanskrit ay dapat dito, mag-consider or makapag-pronounce ng sacred sound. Kaya for Hinduism. And number 7 is Judaism. Amy is right. Mad is also right. RJ is right. This is Judaism. Okay, so this is called the Star of David. So one major personality in Judaism is David. So star or also shield. Original translation is the Hebrew word which is Magen David, meaning shield of David. Shield is God, represented by God, because David, even before he was a king ng mga Jews, ay he dependent on God, on Yahweh, para sa kanyang power over their enemies. Okay? So, yon. And lastly, we have number 8, Confucianism. Okay, tama. Tama si Alexandra as well as Maria as well. And Confucianism. Okay, so ang symbol naman na ito is actually a Chinese symbol which signifies the character of water or the one that's sustaining life. Okay, so basically these are the major religions that we will be covering hopefully for the next chapters to come. But before we proceed on and elaborate more on the specific world religions, let's define what religion is first. Okay. So religion, as defined by our dictionary in 2014, it is an organized system of beliefs, ceremonies, and rules used to worship a god or group of gods. Okay? So, ano siya pag sinabi nating organized, systematic, 'di ba? May mga orders, may mga certain practices na sinusunod ang mga tao. Okay? Used by, remember, used by group of people to worship God or gods. Okay? So, originally, ang religion came from the Latin word religio, or meaning something done with over anxious attention to detail. Okay? Because religion, as we know, may mga sinusunod na rules and practices and traditions that should be followed for you to be considered as part of that belief or that religion. Okay? It also means to tie together or to bind fast, religare. Yan. The main objective of religion is to actually tie people or to bind people together with the fact that they believe in one certain belief or certain truth. Okay? So whether that is a belief into one God or multiple gods. Okay? So that's religion. Alright? So, how do we know that we are following a certain type of religion? So, there are 5 characteristics. Okay? We can say that a certain belief is actually a religion if these 5 things are present. Okay? Number 1, belief in a deity or deity's relationship with the world. Okay? Deity meaning a god or gods. Whether you believe in plural or one only. Okay? So, relationship with the world. Whether he is the creator, whether sa Hinduism, meron silang god ng destroyer and maintainer. So, as long as there's a relationship. And then, secondly, places and people believe to be holy and sacred. Okay? Sino ba yung mga taong kinikilalang holy and sacred? For example, sa Christianity, sa Islam, 'di ba? Meron silang mga lugar, meron tayong mga churches, meron tayong mga certain names of people like for Islam we have Allah, for Christianity we have God, Yahweh, Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit. So yun yung mga tao or God na kino-consider nilang holy and sacred. And then thirdly, rules followed as a result of beliefs, 'di ba? For Islam, we have later on na-discuss din naman to as we move to the discussion. They have the 5 pillars. Atin sa Christianity, if you're a Christian watching this, 'di ba, we have the 10 commandments and all that. So may mga rules. And then fourth, we have ways to worship a deity. Iba't ibang paraan, whether naka-pray kang nakaluhod, nakaharap ka sa isang specific na area like Islam, 'di ba? They have to pray, specifically pointing to where the Kaaba is or their holy place is. And lastly, of course, masasabing religion ng isang bagay when there is a belief in a deity. When you follow, when you recognize that there's a God or gods that you believe in. Okay? So these are the 5 characteristics. So we can just move on to that. So origins of religions. Punta naman tayo doon. Paano at kailan nagsimula magkaroon ng religions? There are theories. There are certain stories that we hear from na pinagmula ng iba't ibang paniniwala sa religion. Okay? So let's try to answer this following question so that we can practice on those things and recognize those things. Okay? So are we ready? Yan, we are still may mga nanonood pa din sa atin ngayon. So, number 1. And just type your answer on our comment box. Question number 1. What do you call the soul in which all humans have as well as nature that primitive people worship? Is it A, anima, B, anito, C, bathala, or D, kaluluwa? Sige nga, let us see on our comment box kung may makakasagot. Yan. We still have Joanna here watching. Alexandra is watching. RG is also here watching from Cebu City. Ayan. So the correct answer is letter A. It's anima. Okay? Diba we have a term called animism? Okay? So basically, ang idea nun is that anima is a term for soul in which humans have or even the nature have. So ang ginagawa nila in the past or during ancient time, they have to appease or kailangan nilang magkaroon ng maayos na relationship yung mga tao, magkaroon ng maayos na relationship sa mga souls na ito, kaya sila nag-offer ng mga pagkain, ng prayers and sacrifices because they believe that once they done that, ay magiging maayos din yung pamumuhay nila because the spirits or the anima, the souls, control their lives or may power to destroy or to prosper them. Alright? Number 2. Yan, let's see. Number 2. Who is a German philosopher that claims that religion was created to control the poor and innocent? Ayan, is it letter A, James George Fraser? Letter B, Sigmund Freud? Letter C, Immanuel Kant? And then letter D, Karl Marx. Ayan. Let's see for number 2. Sabi ni Aljon, it's letter B. Let's see kung tama din ba yung sagot ng iba. Kung may magta-try. Yan, the correct answer is letter D. Okay? It's actually Karl Marx. Okay? Naniniwala siya alongside with this belief ng communism na kaya naman daw merong religion ay para kontrolin yung mga mahihirap. Diba? May term siya na ginamit before na opium of the masses. So, yung mga taong powerful in the society, they've created religion para i-control. Hindi, kumbaga, sila yung nasa backstage ng mga paniniwala na yon. Tapos meron lang silang mga front people or yung mga priest or yung mga leaders ng simbahan, sila yung parang nagiging front ng mga powerful people na to para lumabas, mag-iuutos ng mga leaders na ito, political leaders na ito sa mga religious leaders na ito dapat yung gawin ninyo. Same with what happened to us in the Philippines, 'di ba? Controlled ng mga Spanish officials in the past, yung simbahan, magkakasama sila para kontrolin kung ano lang yung paniniwala ng mga tao. So, it's actually Karl Marx. Alright? So, siya yung nag-introduce noon. And number 3, who is the philosopher that believes the subconscious hatred children have for their father caused the creation of God? Okay? Is it letter A, James George Fraser, B, Sigmund Freud, C, Immanuel Kant, or letter D, Karl Marx? May typo lang tayo dito sa pagkakaano ng letter D. Sige. Who is this? What do you think? Number 3. Question number 3. Ay, okay. Wait. Okay, let me stop sharing. Di nakikita yung slide number 3 ko. Wait lang nga. I'll again try to share. Nakita na yung sagot. But anyway, for question number 3, the correct answer for this is letter B. It's Sigmund Freud. If you can remember from your classes before, or if you have not encountered this, sa psychology, Sigmund Freud is considered as father of psychoanalysis because nire-relate niya yung concept ng psychology sa pag-explain niya ng mga concepts and practices. So he believed that sa religion, kaya naman daw nagkaroon ng religion according to Sigmund Freud is because frustrated ang mga tao or frustrated ang mga anak sa relationship nila sa kanilang father here on earth. So nagkaroon sila ng idea that magkakaroon ng father figure which is basically in heaven. This is according to Sigmund Freud. Magkakaroon ng father figure in heaven para ma-release ng mga frustrated children yung hindi nila magandang relationship sa kanilang mga father. Alright? Sige. And for number 4, according to nature worship theory, where did humans... Yes, ayan, sabi ni Marlon nga, we have id, ego, and superego. Yeah, that's correct. That's from Sigmund Freud. So according to number 4, question number 4, let's go there. According to nature worship theory, where did humans originally begin the idea of religion? Is it letter A, the constant conflict between humans? B, the non-stop singing of mothers to their babies. Letter C, the observation of the unexplainable forces of nature. Or letter D, the unending desire of man to fulfill his needs from nature. Yeah, so medyo mahaba yung question natin, but I hope you will still be able to answer. Ayan. So sabi ni Paul, it's letter B. Nico Paul. Sabi ni Nico Paul. Okay? The correct answer is actually letter C. Okay? Nagkaroon ng nature worship the idea of the concept the idea of nature worship theory is that dahil may mga bagay na hindi ma-explain ang mga ancient people, ancient societies, hindi nila kayang explain yon, kaya bumuo sila ng idea ng religion. Lahat ng mga bagay na hindi nila kayang ma-explain, in-associate nila sa religion. Kaya sila sumasamba sa mga gods, or ina-assume nila na may gods sa trees. Kasi nga dahil hindi nila ma-explain marahil yung sobra-sobrang pag-ulan. Diba? Kasi on their time naman, hindi pa na-explain yung mga concepts na yun. Bakit bumabaha sa mga ilog, diba? So, they cannot explain that scientifically or based on their rational mind. That's why they've created the concept of religion. Okay? Na may mga certain gods or maybe spirits or force outside their control na nagiging dahilan para magkaroon ng mga ulan or ng bagyo or anything that they cannot practically explain. Okay? So that's number 4. And last, for question number 5, according to Wilhelm Smits, who were the first group of people that began monotheistic form of God worship? Okay? So is it letter A, the Africans, B, the Americans, C, Asians, D, Europeans? Okay? Sino kaya ito? let's see on our comment box. Ayan, medyo madami-dami din tayong nakakuha ng tamang sagot for question number 4. Yan. The correct answer for number 5 is actually letter A, the Africans. This is according to Wilhelm Smith. According to his theory, the Africans and or even the Australians, yun yung ano niya, yun yung ginamit niyang term dun sa kanyang theory na nagkaroon ng first monotheistic form of religion sa mga Africans and Austronesians. Bakit? Kaya lang naman, originally monotheistic daw ang mga tao according to him. Monotheistic sila, but because it might be hard again for the ancient people, it is hard for them to understand the concept na there is a God, na may isang God lang na nagko-control ng maraming bagay na yon. Kumaga, they might have a limited idea of the power of the God that they believe in. Kaya nagkaroon ng mga from monotheistic belief, nagkaroon ng mga primitive gods sa iba't ibang mga lugar, sa specific areas nila, or even sa specific part ng community nila. Maaring sa ilog, may god na doon na nagko-control, or even sa mga puno na within their surroundings, may nagko-control. Okay? So, before all of that happened, the polytheism religion that happened, si Wilhelm Smith ang nagsabi na ang unang monotheistic form of religion was introduced to the was introduced by the Africans and even the Australians. Okay, so I hope you've got answers more correctly on that questions. Yeah. So now, what do you see from this picture naman? Yeah. What can you see, or what do you see from this picture? Sabi ni Geraldine, it's he or she is saying a face, two face for Alexandra. Okay? So, actually, pagka binabasa ninyo ito, may mga, kung dalawang faces yung nakikita ninyo, meron ding mga ibang tao na magsabi na it's actually a cup, diba? Na ito yung cup, yung sa gitna, yung silhouette sa gilid, yun yung parang image nung anino, nung ano. Walang actually tamang sagot dito. It can be the two-face or the cup. Yes, ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Vilma or ni Vilma, a cup and two faces, a reflection. Okay, how about this one? Or a face, yan. Yung mga concept na naririnig natin, or I mean, nakikita natin from the picture. How about this second picture? Yes, it's actually a cup for the others. The second one is actually a perspective picture. What do you see from this one? Nagfa-flash na ba? Sige, some people see this as a face. May nakakita ng face. Wala ulit. Sige, let me go back there. Nawala siya ulit. Technical difficulties. Wait lang. Let me go back and share. Thank you for your comments. Ayan. And then, let me share the slide. Yeah. How about this one? How about this one? What can you see from our picture or from our art here? Okay. Wala pa din. Sige. Ayan, medyo may tech issues lang. Ayan. Let me share again my slide. Yan, ano po kung makikita na siya. How about this po? Yan, ganito po talaga nagkaka-tech issues. Ayan. So I hope, yan, kita na po ba ang ating presentation? Ayan, thank you po sa mga nagko-comment. Ayan, how about this one? Nakikita na po ba? Wala pa din? Wala pa din. Alright, sige, sorry. Let me again try. Try ulit natin. Hello po. Hello sa mga students. Wait lang. Let me again try sharing my presentation. So I hope gumana na siya. Okay na po. Nakikita na po ba? Thank you, Alessandra. Ayan. How about this? Wala pa din. Sorry ha. Wala pa din. Oh my. Hello?
Ma'am, meron na po. I-share niyo po
Meron
ulit.
na po.
Opo, meron na
Okay.
po.
Sige sir. Thank you
Thank
po.
you.
Ayan. Thank you, sir. Sige, let's try this one po. Ayan. So, yung picture na from my screen, and hopefully nakikita nyo din po yung sa screen ko. This is actually a picture, parang katulad nung kanina na may image ng cup or ng silhouette ng dalawang faces. So, this time naman po, kung nakikita nyo yung slide,
Hi ma'am, wala pa po.
wala pa sir. Okay, sige po.
Papapashare po
Ulit.
ulit.
Sige po. Yan. Thank you po for those who are staying with us today kahit na may mga tech issues tayo. Laban lang. Ayan. Okay na po. Okay na po, sir. Nakikita na po ba? Sensya na po.
Yes ma'am, okay na po. Thank you.
Medyo delay kasi yung naano ko dito sa screen. Anyway. Yan. So, kung nakikita na po natin, comment nyo na lang po kung ano yung nakikita nyo sa ating screen. This is a picture. Again. So, basically, yung nakita nating picture describes or gives us a view of what worldview is or gives us an idea of what worldview is. Okay? So, basically, worldview, yan, sana okay na siya. Worldview is the understanding of the world, especially regarding issues such as politics, philosophy, and religion.
Okay na po ma'am, go lang po.
Ayan. Yan. Thank you po, sir. Yan. Loading. Mahirap talaga pag live. Sige. So, worldview is an understanding of the world, especially regarding issues such as politics, philosophy, and religion. Okay? So, this is according to the definition of Collins Dictionary by nung 2020. This lang. Bago lang to. So worldview, ano ba yung idea natin ng worldview? It can also be defined as the collection of beliefs about life and the universe being held by people. Okay? So worldview can actually be a belief on religion, on politics, on anything the world can cover. Kung ano man yung naisip ninyong i-discuss, then yung pagkakaiba-iba natin ng view na yon or paniniwala na yun is what we call worldview. Kung ikaw, 'di ba, lumaki ka sa gantong klaseng pamilya o kultura sa atin, for example, as maraming mga festivals and fiesta, kapag ka may patay, kailangang mag-observe tayo ng naka-white or naka-black lang, hindi ka magiging ganun ka-happy or all that para magbigay um, ng respect sa mga namatayan, 'di ba? But for other religions or for other people who have different worldview, iba din yung maaari nilang paniwalaan. Okay? So that's what worldview is. All right? So ayan. So worldview actually have 5 types. Okay? This is according to Jose and Ong 2016. Yan, wala daw silang nakikita. But anyway, discuss ko na lang kung hindi nyo nakikita sa PowerPoint. Monism, monotheism, polytheism, atheism, and agnosticism. So those are the five types of five types of worldview na meron tayo. Monism, pag sinabi natin monism, there is no real distinction between God and the universe. Okay? Parang konsepto siya ng Star Wars, 'di ba? Na may the force be with you. So ganun siya because God and the universe is actually one. Yun yung paniniwala ng mga tao on monism. Okay? Pag sinabi naman nating monotheism, it is a belief that there is only one God. May isang Diyos lang na nag-ooperate, nag-create nung mundong ating ginagalawan. Okay? The other people believe that polytheism, that there are many gods. Maraming Diyos naman silang pinaniniwalaan. Iba-iba yung tawag nila. Sa Hinduism, ito yung practice nila. Meron silang God the Destroyer, God the Creator, and all that. Okay? And then we have atheism. Some people actually believe this, that they deny the existence of a God. Okay? Walang Diyos for them. Okay? So that's a worldview that maybe some people of here actually believe. Okay? Then, next, we have agnosticism, which ito medyo siguro maraming tao makaka-relate. The claim that God cannot be known. Okay? May mga tao naman na naniniwala silang maaring may Diyos. Ito yung mga taong medyo nagko-question sa truths and ideas about life. Pero yun nga lang, hindi natin talaga siya totally makikilala. He cannot or she cannot be known. So that's for agnosticism or the agnostics. Okay? So, next one. Wait lang, let me stop sharing para makita ko kung ano. Sige. Let me share again para makita natin kung okay ba yung PowerPoint ko. So, medyo malapit naman na po tayo. So, I hope kita na siya. Meron akong dalawang picture dito. If you can see it on my presentation. An idea of religion or religious people or spiritual people. Okay? So, kasi may mga taong nako-confuse sa dalawang bagay na yun. Once we say spirituality, this is the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul. Okay? May mga tao na hindi sila basically naniniwala sa religion, but maybe they can assume themselves as someone who are spiritual because they focus on or they concerned their life with developing their inner self. Not just yung physical features lang nila, but also yung spirit or soul nila. Okay? So, ano yung mga characters or elements na masasabi natin yung mga taong ito ay spiritual or there are people who are actually spiritual. Okay? There are 4 elements of spirituality. Okay? The first one, medyo nalilate lang lumalabas sa screen, but I hope makita niyo yung part na ito. So, sa 4th there are 4 elements of spirituality. First is the holistic, a full integrated view of life. Yung mga taong hindi lang physically nila pinapalakas yung sarili nila, but also mentally, spiritually. Kaya sila mga nagjo-journal, kumakanta, nagko-compose, yan. Tapos next one, if you have quest for meaning or lagi kang nagtatanong, ano nga ba ang buhay? Bakit nga ba ako nandito sa mundong ito? Maybe you can consider yourself as someone who's spiritual because you are parang engaging on questions about your purpose in life, okay? Also, a quest for the sacred or beliefs in a God. So, ito yung tanong natin kanina. You can actually be religious at the same time spiritual because part of the spirituality is yung quest mo or paghahanap mo sa God or sa sacred. Okay? And then lastly, suggest self-reflective existence. Ito yung mga taong laging palaisip, nakatulala, feeling yung nakatulala lang, pero marami na palang iniisip sa kanilang mga sarili. Okay? So these are the 4 elements of spirituality. Maybe we will not be focusing on this one kasi medyo late na tayo. Okay? So nagkaroon tayo ng issue sa aking PowerPoint, but I hope may natutunan kayo kasi medyo nagka-tech issues ako kaya hindi na flash. Ayan, medyo late na lumalabas sa aking, or I mean sa PowerPoint, sa live natin yung PowerPoint ko. Okay? So, before I end, maybe I can just read some of your comments. Ayan. So, still watching pa din po tayo. Ayan, watching from Sorsogon. Wow, hello po, ma'am. And, ayan, thank you din. Ayan, sabi ni Lorna Breboneria. Good afternoon. Eliza, sabi ni Eliza, spirituality, the quality of being human spirit or physically. It's actually, katulad nung definition natin kanina, once we say spirituality, it talks more on the soul or yung inner aspect as a human, not just entirely yung physical features. Diba? Mga iniisip natin or purposes in life, yun yung more tinatakal ng spirituality. Yan. Thank you, Eliza. Meron pa ba tayong questions or clarifications? Ayan. Thank you then for listening. Ayan. Thank you then. Thank you then, Mark. Ayan. So I hope ay nakapagbigay ako ng linaw sa mga concepts regarding introduction to world religions and belief systems. Hopefully next week mas maging maayos yung ating PowerPoint presentation so that seamless yung ating discussion. Alright? Sige, kung wala na tayong questions, then thank you for listening and let's tune in for our next tutor. Ayan. Paalam po.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa mathematics. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!